Lucy. I'm the creator behind Lulu's Crochet and More down in Devon. If you're a new subscriber, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Excuse my appearance. I haven't been up for very long, and I just wanted to jump on and go through how my last event went. I'm also freezing, so please excuse if I'm huddled up. It's really cold this morning. I don't know why it's so cold. It was cold yesterday too. But anyway, sleepy, sorry. Yes, my last event was the centennial celebration at Roborough Hall. So it was a community day and it was great. It was chaos because we had about 4 things going on as a family. So, oh, I had fluff on my nose, sorry. So Chris, my partner, and my mum ended up actually running it for a couple of hours for me, and they killed it. So from now on, I'm just going to send them to my events because apparently they're the lucky charm that I need. But anyway, Iz and I went and set up. So we got there for just before 9:30. We had to park in their very, very tiny car park, unload, set up, and then move our cars, which was fine. And they'd opened a field opposite the hall for people to park in. So it wasn't inconvenient, it wasn't like miles away. I do the same when we do Meavy Oak Fair. We park up, we unload, and then I move the car, so something I'm used to doing. It was indoors, and I thought I needed to take my own tables, but we got there and actually they'd allocated us all one table. So I'd taken everything. Well, I say I'd taken everything. I forgot my display stands because it's me, and apparently I can't do an event without forgetting something. So the week before I couldn't find, not week before, the event before I couldn't find one of my tablecloths, so we went with 2 tablecloths and some blankets, which actually ended up looking nice, but not the point. And the event before that, I forgot my tablecloths completely. So gradually we're getting there. But yeah, we got there and started setting up, and I was like, oh no, ooh, what have I done? So my display was completely different. I like height, so that's why I like to have the display stands. They're like the stacked shelving. But actually, I think it worked in my favour because I think we managed to get more on the table not having them. So we did baskets, lots and lots of baskets. We still had my 3 tall stands that we put on the table, and I had my 2 basket stands in front of the table. So we managed to get a lot out. In fact, I think we got almost everything on the table, at least one of, and my big eye-catching items were out as well. So yay, it worked. We did it. I don't know how we did it, but we did, and I was really pleased with how it looked in the end. So yes, it is a nice setup, and we took almost every single minute of that hour and a half that we had to set up. And literally the minute we finished, we started making sales, which was just crazy to me. My last 2 events have been so slow that this was just like, right, okay, yes, this is what I'm used to. We're used to the whole Isabella doing one thing, I'm doing another. We have people looking, we have people buying, we have people waiting. It was great. I mean, it was a 3-hour event. 4-hour event. So they started at 11 and they finished at 3. Iz and I were there until just before 12, and then Chris and my mum came to take over from us. I took Isabella to a party. I then had a work event that I needed to go to, that I was at for about 2.5 hours. Well, no, 2 hours by the time I got there. Had to leave early from that. Obviously, gave my apologies. Rushed back to the event because I wasn't sure how it was going to be. And like I said, it had been busy for that hour that Iz and I were selling. And yeah, Chris and my mum were just absolutely killing it. They had a great time. They didn't even realise I'd been away for as long as I had been. And we made some money, which was great. And we had so many people say nice, positive things about my stall. I had one lady at the end when we were getting ready to break down who came over and was just like, I want to spend my money with you because I appreciate that what you're selling is handmade. You're not selling tat, you're actually like creating. and I was really touched by that. We had a couple of nice stories as well. When Iz and I were there, we had a little girl who decided she wanted one of my little pink kittens, this colourway, because I'm busy making it now. She decided she wanted that one. Her mum was like, let's have a look around, make sure that you really do want that. She's like, no, I definitely want it. She's like, well, put it back for now, and we'll go and have a look around, and if you still want it at the end, you can have it. And this little girl did not want to put this cat down, so Iz ended up saying, I'll hold it back for you, go have a look around with your mum, it will be here safe waiting for you when you come back. And they didn't come back before we left, but my mum said they came back for it later on in the event, so I'm really pleased she got her cat. Mum had a little girl who really wanted one of my Dex dragons, and same situation. So I think was she with Dad or with Mum? I can't remember. She was with one of her parents, and she again was adamant she wanted this dragon. And same story again. Let's go around. Let's have a look. If you still want it at the end, you can, we'll think about it, because it's a higher priced item. Anyway, she got her way, and the parent was like, "Don't tell your other parent how much it cost," basically. But yeah, so she got her dragon, and she went for the white and blue one. So yay. And then somebody else. What was my other story? Oh, the sploot. Someone bought my other sploot, which is just insane to me. 2 sploots in 2 events have gone, and I've had them for like 2 years. So yeah, it was a great day. Anchor got so much attention. There was one man that came over, and he was telling me how he had a Highland cow in his caravan that was crocheted. He was just absolutely gushing over my stuff. I don't think he ended up buying anything. We left, this was like literally just before we went, so I don't think he ended up buying anything, but he was gushing over everything, and he picked Anchor up about 4 times, and I was like, he's not for sale. I can't tell you that he's not for sale. I mean, he has a price tag on him, but no, he's mine. You can't have him. But yeah, I did think at one point that he was gonna persuade me otherwise, because he was just besotted with this octopus. And then we had another couple come over, and they were looking at him for ages, and obviously they saw the price tag. I put 150 on him. Yeah, and they were like, oh, maybe. I was like, well, obviously maybe not, that's why there's such a high price tag on him. So they were looking at the rifts, and I hadn't put any drifts out because I didn't really have room, and I thought it was more of a kiddie event, so I thought people would be more inclined to go towards the cheaper items. So they were looking at the rifts, and I just happened to say, oh, I've got an in-between size if you want to look, and she did, and she ended up buying a drift, and she bought it for herself, which I thought was great. Yeah, so I think those are my stories. But anyway, let's get into what sold. I haven't gone in order throughout the day. I've gone in, well, how Square has put it into like sales order for me. So highest sellers, best sellers, or no, highest priced. How does it do it? Total, highest, and then yeah. In my head, I know what I'm saying. I'm really sorry. I've woken up early because Iz has got, oh my god, my daughter, she's doing her GCSEs this week. So I've gotten up early to make sure that she's up and ready and had something to eat before she's gone to school. And my brain is like, it's your day off. Why are we up before 9? So anyway, I sold 4 large mystery boxes for £10 each, for a total of £40. They have been really popular recently, and you can no longer buy the boxes. I can't find them anywhere, so I'm trying desperately to find some plain yellow boxes that I can just put a black question mark on. So if anybody knows where I can get them at a reasonable price, please let me know. So yeah, 4 large mystery boxes for £10 each, my sploot for 20, 1 Dex for 18, 2 turtles for £8, a drift for 15, 2 pea pods for £7, and she was buying them for her dad because he owns a establishment called Peapod, and I thought that was just adorable. A big bee for 12, 2 capybaras for £5 each, 1 T-Rex for £8, a big bird mallard and a big bird flamingo for £7 each, a sitting bee for £6, a stingray baby for £4, a big bird rubber duck for £6. That's the first rubber duck I've sold, so I'm really pleased about that. A Dumbo Octo for £6, also really pleased with that because they don't go very often. Same with a Bao Bun for £6. They stay with me. I've had them for ages. I haven't had to make any more. I'm not making any more because they're not very popular. If they suddenly become popular, I'll change my mind. A Spider Baby for £6, an axolotl for £5, the pink small cat for £5, one small mystery box, should have been £6, I accidentally charged £5, but I want them gone so I don't mind. A pig for £5, a chick for £4, a chick in a duck hat for £4, a chick in a normal hat for £4, and a seagull for £4, for a grand total of £227. Not too shabby for me. Very happy with that. Yeah, really, really happy. The table was free, and the idea was that you give a donation if you made any money. I was in such a rush because I had to go and get my son that I completely forgot. So I have emailed them and asked them to send me their bank details so that I can give a donation, because I'm really, really happy. So far, best event of the year. So yay! Very happy. Now busy trying to replenish everything that's sold, because if you are new to the channel, I like to have at least can't speak, I need more coffee. I like to have at least £3,000 worth of inventory at all times. I don't know why, I just do. It's a number that's come into my head and I'm sticking with it and I'm rolling with it. I think my idea in my head is if I had 3 events in a row, I'd like to have at least £1,000 for each event. I don't know. So what I tend to do is if I sell something, I try to remake it, unless it's something that's not very popular, like the Dumbo Octos or the Bao Bun. I won't make those again. That's fine. They can be sold. That's not a problem. So far I've managed to make 2 pea pods, 2 capybara, most of the flamingo and most of the mallard and the small cat, plus an extra cat, which I started at the event, this guy, and I literally got to here, and that was as far as I got because it was too busy, which was great, wonderful problem to have. And that's to replace the one that I sold at the market before. Yes, that's right. Although having said that, I haven't replaced any of the things. Oh no, I did. I replaced the marshmallows. I was just going to say I haven't replaced any of the things that I sold at Trago. Well, that's because there was hardly any sales. But I did actually replace the marshmallows. There was a noise. I'm on my own. That was weird. Anyway, I'm going to get on with bits and pieces. The only problem I have is I don't know what colour axolotl or what colour spider baby sold. But that'll be okay. I don't know what colour T-Rex sold either, but I can have a look and see what I've got left and probably work it out from my video. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I've got another event coming up on Sunday, which is another community day outside event. So big 3-table gazebo setup, pay on the day. So I'm excited for that. Hoping the weather holds off because it is chilly. I don't mind if it's cold as long as it stays dry. I don't know if I can cope with the rain. My gazebo has a hole in the top of it. Not a big one, a little one. About this big, but it's enough that water can get through. So hopefully we stay dry. I'm gonna go and make another coffee, and I'm gonna have some breakfast, and I'm gonna get on. I've started 2 turtles yesterday, so I want to finish those, and then I really should finish everything I've started. Yeah, anyway, I'll catch you guys soon. Take care, bye.